Hello, this is Rodrigo from Take Direct Action. Today I want to talk to you about work ethic, something that most people don't have, and I have to admit that I didn't have that shit for many years, but it is super important. And the funny thing is that I've seen many people that when they hear the word work ethic, they think about I don't know, being polite in the office and things like that. But work ethic is the amount of work that you are willing to put into doing the shit that is most important to you, like hustling your ass off, like working until you know that you cannot work a little bit more. Like if you go to a gym, pumping the iron until your arms cannot go more. If you go to work, doing the work until your mind is not working properly anymore, and you have to take a break and be truly focused, like putting all your energy, all your time, all your focus into doing this one task until it is done. That is work ethic. But most people don't have that. Most people start working like 50 minutes and then go to Facebook, go to Twitter, start doing the shit, like wasting a lot of time. They stand up and go to have some coffee and start chatting. And at the end of the day, they have just worked like 1 hour and a half all the fucking day. And they barely have done nothing. And when they do a lot of work, because there is a lot of work coming to them, and it doesn't allow them to go and take those breaks, the mind is so weak that they get really stressed. But remember this, like I just talked in a couple of blog posts ago about working your mind. Your mind is a muscle as well. You have to train it, you have to push it harder, every day harder. I know that for most people who are starting, maybe they are going to be only able to do 20 minutes of focused work. And that's good. If that's all you can do right now, do it. But then try to add 1 minute more, and every week 1 minute more, 1 minute more. Like try to always be pushing it to the limits until you feel okay. This is all I can take, and then stop that shit. And this is funny because most people come to me telling me about the time that I spend on Facebook, because what we do is that we impose our limitations to others. And that is something that I'm truly careful not doing. But because they use Facebook to just do stupid shit in it, and not networking, not testing ads, not seeing which posts and checking the analytics to make sure which one is your audience and things like that, they think that some entrepreneurs are losing time, and that depends a lot on the type of work they are doing. But for example, I sell social media services as well. I sell online fucking marketing. That's what makes me a living. So I cannot. That is my work, like understanding the changes in Facebook, in Twitter, in Instagram, in all these things. Understanding how it works. Like every fucking post I make, I'm trying to check the analytics, how many people receive it. I'm trying to understand what people most like what is the messages that they like the most, what is the pictures that they are sharing the most. I'm trying to follow onto that. I have a folder where I'm saving all these posts, and just to have the numbers there, just to have a very global idea, because we cannot put society into many numbers. I think most people fucks up because they start seeing like, oh, I barely have people watching me, but maybe one of these guys is a huge marketer, and that is something that you cannot know. Like you only see, okay, this guy who is watching your show is, I don't know, 35 years old, and he lives in this place, and he's watching from his tablet. But what doesn't the analytics, what doesn't tell you, is that this guy might be one millionaire who is thinking about buying your product. So as Gary Vaynerchuk says, one is better than zero. You need to always keep pushing. So for me, social media is a huge part of the work that I do, and I need to be constantly like tapping on that, especially when I'm tied yet to a third world country where I cannot meet face to face millionaires. And that's what I'm using Facebook for. That's what I'm using most of this platform for. To get to understand what do they want, what do they like, and then try to help them into achieving something so they can give me a shitload of money. But that's my work. Now, that doesn't mean that for most people, they don't use Facebook as for that purpose. They don't use Twitter for that purpose or Instagram for that purpose. They are just posting selfies and they see just checking how many fucking likes they got. And that's not work. Like, if that's not helping you directly, and you cannot tell me how that shit is getting you money, it's getting you sales, or it's getting you closer to the goal that you want, then your work ethic is shit. So you need to put everything that you have into the most, like, try to think your strength. Put everything there, and that will be your work ethic. Putting everything in the process that you need to achieve. If the goal that you have for this week is to contact 10 possible clients, all your energy, time, and focus should be going into getting those 10 clients. And once you get it, check, oh, okay, it's Wednesday, I still have time, I can still hustle more. So you can do it more and more, and always pushing to the limits. Always try to push to the limits until you feel tired, until you say, okay, now I cannot do anything more. Like, if you go to the gym and do the iron, okay, if I do one more rep, this shit is going to fall on my face, so I should better stop. If you're working here in your computer doing the shit that matters to you, it will be, okay, I cannot do more. The quality of my work just plummet to the ground. I'm barely able to write. I'm barely able to think properly, so I should stop because my mind is telling me not to work. And that can be, again, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, I don't know. But always keep pushing to the limits. Always try to get stronger with your mind. Keep working hard. Keep hustling. Have your work ethic always in mind. If you do that, you're going to succeed in every area that you need to or want to do. Go hustle.